Hey family, welcome again to the Lisa Nichols Show, where my desire is to share with you the tools that you need to really transform your life, elevate your life to the life that you want, the life that makes you super, super excited. I'm so excited about some of the comments. You guys are on fire, not fire, fire. Tyrone, oh my God. Tyrone wrote, showing what loving me looks like is an eye-opener. So what I talked about in that particular episode was that it's our job to show other people what loving us looks like. People are waiting for our example of how to love us. And it's our job to give the world the best example of how they're to treat us and love us. So Tyrone, my brother, I appreciate your comment. And isn't that an eye-opener that people are waiting for you to show them how to treat you? We go through life hoping that people are going to treat us well, treat us kind, treat us loving, appreciate us. And we're not necessarily loving on ourselves or being kind to ourselves. So I'm excited about that particular breakthrough. Tyrone, if you just walk through the next 90 days, the next 6 months, showing the world how to love Tyrone, it gets sweeter. It gets greater later. And Shambra, oh my God, I love your BOL. Breakthrough out loud, y'all. Now, when you get a breakthrough, put a BOL in your comments. Breakthrough out loud. You talked about the way that I emphasize relationship. A relationship is a relationship. It's a relay between two people. That you said that you love that. And you talked about the way I explained carefrontation. That we get to have carefrontation instead of confrontation. You said that it truly ignited an even more eye-opening approach to both of those things, to carefrontation and to relationships. So I'm super excited because when you get that, all of a sudden your encounters with people, your experience with people just gets sweeter. You can navigate through the terrain called relationships that much easier, even when they become a little challenging and you have to have a little carefrontation. So I just can't get enough of you guys commenting and sharing. And yes, we are reading them, not just me, but me and my team are reading them. Super excited. When you're really looking at how can you practice gratitude in the midst of challenging times, and I don't want to make anything sound like it's super easy, you can do it anytime, there's no hiccups, because life is life. Things happen. Like so many times you're on your path and then somewhere a monkey wrench is thrown in. Someone dies unexpectedly. A relationship hits a speed bump. And you want to make sure that speed bump doesn't become a stop sign. Or you look up and your children or your siblings, the engagement, the exchange with them just gets funky. I can't call it anything other than that. It just feels uncomfortable. It's grinding you. Or you look up and your body, like mine did years ago, morphs into something that you did not see coming. You have illegal mergers everywhere, as I like to call it. Like things happen. And in those moments, our humanity wants to run and hide. Our humanity wants to complain. Our humanity wants to ask the question, why me? First of all, let me just be very clear. The last question you ever want to ask is why me? Because you might just get the answer, why you? The quality of your answer is determined by the quality of your question. Ask a more empowering question. When you're going through something difficult, don't ever ask why me. Here are the questions you want to ask. You might want to write these down. What part of my characteristic is being strengthened in this moment, in this situation? Another question, what lesson am I supposed to learn while I'm going through this challenge? What lesson am I supposed to learn? You want to give yourself permission to be pulled through the experience. Now, let's talk about gratitude while you're going through. I'm not expecting while you're going through something be like, yes, I am so excited that I have no money in my account. No, let's be realistic. That doesn't happen. But you can say, what part of my character, what characteristics am I displaying that's causing me to end up here at broke again? Because it's probably not the first time that you've been in a situation like this. Now, when you look at gratitude, gratitude becomes the doorway. Gratitude becomes the soil for something new to grow. That oftentimes when people go through a challenge, they contract. Well, all you do is increase. Energy grows where energy goes. Energy grows where energy goes. When you contract and you focus on the problem, the energy around the problem grows. The energy, the feeling, every time you relive the experience that you've had when you don't like the experience or when it's been traumatic, your body relives it again. But if you can move to gratitude, what lesson am I supposed to get? How am I going to be stronger? What does the other side get to look like on my best day? All of a sudden, energy grows where energy goes. And then there's just this force. And I'm not saying this is not magical, sprinkle fairy dust, potion, lotion, and wands. I am not speaking like that. Because you need to get up and be in action about transforming your life. You are your own rescue. That will always be the truth. But if you can start the journey. I'm not saying get up and run, but I am saying if you can lift up your head and say, I'm grateful that I can hear the words coming out of her mouth right now. I'm grateful that I have the wherewithal to even look for something to inspire me. I'm grateful for the opportunity to prove my strength again. I'm grateful for the opportunity to forgive the perceivingly unforgivable. I'm grateful for the opportunity to love the perceivingly unlovable. I'm grateful that even though I don't know how, I don't know when I'm going to get through this. I'm grateful that I know, like I know. See, you have to have unwavering faith. I know I'm going to get through this. When you do that, you can feel the energy. You probably feel it as you're listening to me. There's something that occurs. There's a biological shift in your being that says, hold on. I am not driving through this chaos from the back seat. I'm not even driving through this chaos from the passenger seat. I'm sliding over to the driver's seat and I am in this mess. It doesn't feel good, but I am driving right through. And like we do in California, do a California stop at the stop sign. Don't even really stop in the stuff. Just keep right on going. See, most of us, when we forget the gratitude in the moment, in the middle of the chaos, all of a sudden you find yourself doing a lease option buy, doing a rent to own, taking out real estate in the middle of the chaos because you never found the gratitude. It's like the ignition. What's going to turn you on to get you through? Gratitude. Gratitude for the ability to think about the solution. Gratitude for the lesson that you're learning right now. Some of your best lessons are not going to come wrapped with a bow. We already talked about that. Your best lesson is going to come wrapped right there in that situation where you get humbled out. Now, if you can get the lesson, get up and get going, you got one more piece of information, one more piece of experience in your arsenal to be the extraordinary man, the phenomenal woman that you've always been meant to be. Now remember, family, this is not just a monologue. I'm not just here to talk to you. I'm not just here to preach at you. I'm not just here to teach you. This is a dialogue. This is a conversation between you, I, and some other magnificent family members in the world. I would love to hear from you. What's the biggest insight? What's the biggest takeaway from today's episode, today's conversation that you have? What's an area in your life? What's a better conversation? What's that thing you're going through? And then what's the question that you want to ask to help get you through it? What's that muscle? This is one I really want to hear from you. What's the muscle in your character that's being developed right now? Or what's the primary lesson that the divine, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is giving you right now based on what you're experiencing in life? I want you to leave a comment below. Please, it matters. We read them. Be sure to share. Click. Now, I know you know 2, 10, 20 folk. that would love and need and move forward from this conversation. So please don't keep us to yourself. Share us with your community and your tribe. That's the one thing that I realized that I would have started doing more earlier. I wish I would have done, is I would have shared great news more with my family, more with my friends. I wouldn't have assumed that they weren't interested. So please share this with your tribe. Subscribe. I love us to commit that we're going to be together for a while. So please do that. And look out for more amazing content. Why? Because you're part of that. This is not just the content coming from me, but it's the content coming from you as well. I'm your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And if I say it once, I'll say it 1,000,000 times, and I mean it every single time. I believe in you, and I love you. Take care. I'll see you on the next episode.